Greetings, wonderful people. Welcome back to my channel. It is your girl, Creatrix, here in the flesh. I don't know why I said that. I just felt like saying it. So, yes, I am here in the flesh, okay? And so are you, because you are going from, or you have already gone from zero to hero. Okay, it's giving straight Hercules vibes. Okay, so we are going to be using the movie Hercules, okay, as an analogy for this reading because this is the energy that you are experiencing, one of the many energies that you're experiencing in your life, because whoever you are rapidly reconfiguring. You're rapidly evolving, rapidly changing, okay? It's amazing to watch. Everything that you've lost, okay, on your mission here in this realm, right? Whoever you are, you're on mission here and you were put in a situation to where you were able to get abused by the people around you in your community, people even off in the distance, okay, who were able to, I just heard, a remote view you. Okay, and this is because you're meant to infiltrate, you're meant to go in, like you are, special operations unit spiritually, right, in the spiritual realm, and you have the armor that's necessary to go into these kinds of situations where you're basically a lamb surrounded by wolves, or at least that's what you wanted it to appear, as if you were helpless and weak and vulnerable, right? So everything that you lost in that situation, being a soldier, a warrior for the universe, is going to get restored or be restored 10 times fold. Okay, so the energy that you possessed before you did this mission is going to be multiplied by 10. All right, I don't know why I'm getting the number 10, I just am. So I am picking up that there are three individuals. We have Hades. Okay, let's say that you are Hercules, all right? And we have Hades, right? Who is the main antagonist in the Hercules movie. I'm talking about the Disney movie Hercules, right? Where, he falls in love with Meg, or where Hades, as a child, he takes the Hercules out of the Mount Olympian, or whatever, wherever the gods live at, right? Because originally Hercules is Zeus and Hera's child, but Hades tells his two minions, right, that, to go get Hercules, because Hades has this major plan to take over Mount Olympus and become, take Zeus's place, right? And he has to take out Hercules if he wants to do that, right? He's told by the three readers, right? The fortune tellers. And I forget their names, but basically they're witches who can tell the future. Let me know, remind me, if you're into Greek mythology, please let me know what their names are in the comment section, okay? But basically these three witches tell him that in order for you to take Zeus's place, you're gonna have to get rid of Hercules, because he's the one who will be able to stop you from doing so, right? So Hades makes up this plan to abduct Hercules from Mount Olympus and poison him, right? Or at least turn him mortal so that he can finish him off. But his two minions, who actually do get him out of Mount Olympus as an infant, and they do feed him something to turn him mortal. However, they don't finish the job, and he's not fully mortal, but he's not fully God anymore. So he becomes a demigod, right? And he gets adopted by these people who raised him as their own, all right? And then eventually he knows who he is and what he must do. And then he starts doing like these, I think it's called the 12 labors, right? He has to do 12 labors where he fights these different monsters and stuff, trying to get back into Mount Olympus, right? He's trying to embody the hero energy to earn his way back into being a god again, right? But he can't do it unless he shows an act of love, right? Because the 12 labors, he had been showing his strength, right? His intelligence, his strategy. He was a warrior, but truly what it means to embody being a warrior is to embody love. Okay, and so that's what he learns how to do, and he saves his twin flame or his soulmate or whatever, and then he finally earns his way back into Mount Olympus. But then he realizes that he wants to be on Earth with her, and so he declines the offer. Okay, so that's Hercules in a nutshell. By the way, if you haven't noticed, I love that movie. Okay, it's one of my favorite Disney movies, among others, right? But anyway, so it's giving me that you are Hercules, right? You are embodying this hero energy, this unconditional love energy, and you are just showing your strength, okay? You could have been a total zero, right? Not to be rude to anybody, but you could have felt like a zero as a youngster, as a adolescent, okay, coming up, because Hercules did as well. He was pretty much outcasted, made fun of, never made any friends because he had strength, right? He had these gifts that were different, that made him stand out. And he hated his gifts. He wasn't aligned with his gifts at the time when he was growing up. And so it caused him a lot of strife, right? And it wasn't until he answered the call that his gifts, the ability that his gifts were allowing him, affording him, that until then he wasn't aligned with his destiny, right? So it's giving that you are aligned with your gifts, which is aligning you with your destiny. You're really digging into who it is that you're supposed to be, who it is that you are. You're not masking yourself anymore. Okay, and you are embodying a certain energy that other people can notice. And to you, what I'm picking up is that for you, you're not noticing how deep or the depth of your energy, the density of your energy, and how you're affecting the people around you, because it's you, right? You are not really experiencing yourself because it's you, but other people can experience you because they're not you. Okay, they're outside of yourself. So they are experiencing you, and the level of just amazement they are feeling, and they're noticing you. Okay, they're noticing you and they're liking it and they're magnetized towards you. Okay, that's what I'm getting. And now is the time for you to like go places. Okay, you need to go out, you need to show yourself, you like your face needs to be seen. Okay, I'm picking up that you could be somebody who's used to being in hermit mode. You're somebody who's used to not having many friends or not going out much, okay? And that was designed on purpose for you to be able to grow, to go from zero to hero, right? But now that you are embodying this energy and that you're fortified, right? You're still growing and evolving. That's never going to change. But now you have a very thick armor, right? And you've developed your spiritual gifts, and you can speak to your guides. Okay, even when you're not speaking to them, they're speaking to you, and you can listen, right? So it's giving like you're ready to go out into the world, you're ready to show yourself, and that is what is being asked of you, right? You need to go out and explore and have adventures and be curious, because that is what's going to lead you down the correct path. Okay, I'm getting also that your wealth is through other people. You're being led through other people. So it's like you're getting breadcrumbs on this journey, but it's through other people. So it's kind of like if you have social anxiety, okay, you could be somebody who's dealing with social anxiety because of your past, because you felt like nobody really understood you, or like you had a lot of fake friends or snakes in your circle, or like you were pretty much outcasted from like the popular friend group. Okay, maybe you were seen as somebody who's unpopular. So your guides and the universe are kind of forcing you out of this social anxiety shell that you put yourself in through connecting your wealth with people, with being seen, with going out. Okay, so this is something that you're being called to do. You're being eased into it, but it's like they're letting you know, like this is what you need. Like it's time for you to be seen. So you're going to be called to do things that you are uncomfortable with. Okay, if you are uncomfortable with speaking in front of people, you might be called to do so. Nothing too crazy. Don't worry, okay? This is not to scare anybody, but slowly but surely, like your guides got your back, okay? And they know best how to tap into that part of you because they know you so very well, maybe even more than you know yourself. So don't be afraid when I say that. They're going to ease you into it, all right? But you're going to be doing things that you never thought that you would be doing, okay? And the path that they're taking you on, it's going to be effortless, all right? So getting back to this Hercules analogy, right? So we have Hades, right? These are actual people in your energy. There is a masculine in your energy who is the main antagonist, right? Just like Hercules or Hades is to Hercules. And Hades in the movie had these two minions. And in real life, there is this masculine also has two minions, but they are women. Okay, these are women that this masculine has full control of, okay, because this masculine is like the ringleader and these two minions are like, they're like in love with him. There's some type of sexual energy, weird polygamy thing going on with this couple, okay. Honestly, it's giving Jay-Z, Rihanna, and Beyonce for real. Okay, for some of y'all that might resonate. If you know that you are one of the people that are being targeted by them, that's who I'm talking about. For others of you, it could definitely be like other people in your community or in your family. I just heard. All right, so if you have like an uncle or somebody who is a polygamist, or you might not even know about the third party or any of the parties really, but I'm telling you that it just, go with it. If it resonates for you, it resonates for you. All right, but basically it's giving Hades, and these two minions are Jay-Z and Beyonce and Rihanna, right? So they have been spiritually attacking you, just like in the movie Hercules. You know how like Hades was in the background, but every obstacle that Hercules had to overcome was sent by Hades. Like Hades literally had like this chessboard looking thing, and he had all these different pieces, and he was pushing, certain pieces towards Hercules. And every time he would put something in front of Hercules, Hercules would overcome it, right? So that's what's going on. So Hades is using the two minions to get Hercules like trapped or crushed or, annihilated. But he's also using like other obstacles, other things like that. And it's giving like this warlock is using spell work and stuff to put stuff in front of you, and you don't even see this person really controlling your life, okay? Because like I said in the movie, Hercules had no idea that Hades was the one who was sending him all those monsters and stuff to defeat. All right, and every monster that he came across, he defeated. And each monster that he defeated, he became more and more and more famous, right? So yeah, it's giving that it's also giving that you have defeated, like you have single-handedly defeated all of the obstacles that have been put in your way, to where this person is flabbergasted. Okay, this warlock and his minions are flabbergasted, confused, like they're all out of ideas. I'm getting like their creative energy is like the spark is gone, and they get their spark from their sexual energy. These people have threesomes, or like even more than three people. They have orgies and stuff to bring about their to get their juices flowing, to get their magic, to recharge their magic and stuff. But it's giving like all of them are all out of battery, and it's opening up doors for you, okay? Because it was kind of like, who was going to hold out the longest? Was it them or was it you? Because you've been taking hit after hit after hit, and they were hoping that eventually you would give up, but you didn't give up. And they're on the brink of giving up. Like they have no more juice left. And this is setting them up for a situation in which they take a very big L. Okay, and while they're taking this very big L, you're gonna prance off into the sunset. Okay, and it's also giving the energy in like in Hercules, where Hades used Hercules' one true love against him, right? Once he figured out that Meg and Hercules actually loved each other, all right? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's giving your true love, your partner knows these people, okay? Because they run in the same circle. But your true love, your soulmate, your forever person, just like in the movie Hercules, your soulmate has like cut ties with these people and doesn't want anything to do with these people, even though previously this person did have a connection with them. Okay, this like your soulmate, your true person could be somebody who's in the industry. All right, if the thing that I said about Jay-Z, Rihanna, and Beyonce makes sense for you, your person could be somebody in the industry. okay? And this person could have at some point did something towards you, like they could have participated in some type of spell work against you unknowingly, right? Because Hades and his minions, right? They could have spread rumors about you, told lies about you, rallied people against you, okay, made it seem like you were attacking them when in actuality they were attacking you. And so there could have been people, not only your soulmate, but there could have been other people that were convinced that you were like a dark witch or a dark wizard or whatever the case is, right? But your soulmate is now seeing that you're not that type of person, and they're feeling very deep emotions for you, to the point where they are now protecting you, okay? Just like in the movie Hercules started to protect Hercules, and she started to root for Hercules, right? Even though she was contracted to work under Hades, right? But once Hades realized that Meg and Hercules had a thing for each other, he used that as Hercules' weakness, right? And he orchestrated a situation in which Hercules really had to hurt himself to be able to save Meg. So Hades was able to use Meg as a tool of destruction against Hercules, and that's what this is giving, right? So what the universe is doing is, instead of you and your soulmate being able to come together while this group of people are still running around free, able to hurt you physically or even spiritually, right? What the universe is doing is setting up a scenario to where this coven, okay, the man and his two minions, two females, are going to be in a situation where they're tied up, they're locked up. I'm picking up like maybe even actual prison. We all know that Jay-Z, Rihanna, and Beyonce are going to jail, right? Period. They're going to jail. But well, I'm picking up I'm picking up maybe not Rihanna, but she's gonna be, all of them are gonna be tied up, okay? For sure, Jay-Z and Beyonce, they're going in the slammer. I'm not sure about Rihanna. I think maybe she might get away from, let's not, okay, we're not gonna discuss that. Okay, for some reason, we're not discussing that right now. But because that's interesting. It's giving that's hush hush. All right, Rihanna, I think Rihanna is a special case. But the thing is that the universe is setting up a situation in which these people are going to be preoccupied with their own shit and not being able to focus on y'all, so y'all will be able to come together, okay? Because as it is now, the reason why your soulmate is taking a while to come in is because it's dangerous, okay? It could even be the same thing for your finances. Maybe you feel like you're doing all of the work, and you're talking to your spirit guides, and you're healing, and you're putting in the work to make the money and all of that stuff, and you're mastering yourself from the inside out, but you don't see the money yet. That is because there are thieves and snakes around you that you do not see yourself. Okay, the universe has a bird's eye view. Your guides have a bird's eye view of everything that's playing out around you. And they're not going to give you something, they're not going to give you your reward if it's going to be so easily taken. Okay, and it could even be as simple as, like, they don't want you to pay rent anymore. Okay, they don't want you to pay a car note anymore. They're not about to give you money for you to be paying all this stupid shit. Like, your guides are setting you up, you hear me? Your guides are setting you up for the win, for the you. All right, they're not playing about you, your future, your money, your family. They're not playing. Okay, so even if it means you gotta kick and scream because you feel like you don't have enough money coming in, but you're talking to them like, what's the point of having my guides if y'all ain't gonna give me money, right? For some of you, you might be thinking that your guides are letting you know that it's because they're setting shit up perfectly for you, all right? And that even takes effort on your part, okay? So they're gonna wait until you are in the right position, which will take some effort on your part to get into the right position. Okay, like I said, for some of you, you need to be in a rent-free situation. You need to be in a situation where you're not paying a car note. You need to be in a situation where, just everything is in alignment. All right. And maybe they're taking these things away from you. Maybe they're taking away your housing. Maybe they're taking away your car so you don't have to pay those things, right? So that you get everything for the free, and you actually are like you actually have wealth set aside for you that is not going to be touched. unless you want to touch it. Like the universe wants you to spend the money on things that matter to you, or maybe there's even like a particular reason why you're receiving the money, and they're going to guide you on what to spend it on. Okay, and it's not going to be no petty shit like rent and a car note or whatever the case is, right? So that is what I'm picking up. So just know that you are safe, you are being watched over, you're being protected, but your real reward is going to be held until the time is right. Okay, and there's no need to complain about it. All right, because everything is happening for your greatest protection. And if you are in a rush to get your money, it's given you want to show off. It's giving, and it might not be, I'm not judging anybody, right? But the universe is not going to give you something just for you to blow a bag. You know what I'm saying? Like the universe don't work like that with like the ego stuff. Like trust me, you're gonna be able to pop your shit, but it's gonna be your energy that's gonna talk for you, right? It's giving you're humble anyways. You're somebody who's very humble and down to earth. So I don't feel like you're gonna be somebody to stunt on other people, but it's given like the universe don't worry about what other people think or say, right? But like trust me, when everything hits the way that it should, you're gonna be in a position where people are gonna eat their words if they are even talking shit. People are going to eat their words when they see where you're at, okay? And you are an example to people at this moment, right? So it's okay to be in situations where you don't feel financially stable, because really your wealth and your richness is within, and you are showing people that it's okay to be in certain situations, because the next day it could change. And that is what I'm picking up, is that like your situation is going to change very quickly, because the nature of the situation that you're in is that you're surrounded by snakes. So once the universe is positioning you in a very unique way to where everything is going to hit at once you are safe and away from the people who want to steal what you have. Because right now people feel your energy and they know that you are the type of person that's going to be abundant. You're in abundant energy, and there are people who are waiting around for you to get that money. And once you get that money, that's when they're going to pounce, right? Because they know that you are rich on the inside, right? So this is it's kind of a strategic game that the universe is playing, right? It's actually really fun to watch all of these people salivate just watching you, okay? Because like they're gonna get the surprise of their life. That's what I'm picking up, is that people, oh my god, I'm picking up on a magic trick, all right? People are like watching you with their physical eyes, right? Like whatever it is, they're watching you. They got people, these are rich people, these are people, this is government, this is rich people, this is scientists, this is all types of different people are watching you right now, okay? And you're gonna do a magic trick on them where they're gonna blink their eyes and you're gonna be gone. I'm getting Houdini. You feel me? So yeah, this is exciting, and I feel that our guides, the universe, giggling like right now, like they're giggling their asses off, because it's gonna be the expression on their faces when they see the switcheroo. By the time they understand the switcheroo, you're gonna be gone. Okay, that is what I'm getting. That is what I'm getting, all right? I feel like this is a good place to end the video. This is amazing. I love this for you, okay? And I love you very much. And yes, if you feel inclined to, please follow me on my socials, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video, okay? Love you all so very much. Peace.